DJ Autism.
Just nice, white noise. Just nice, white noise. I'm here excited, you like it automatic. I just wanna keep me on repeat and hear me crying. Just nice.
It's actually weird that I'm driving this car, honestly. It's my first time ever driving this car in this game. How mad is that to hear in 2025? And the reason why I'm saying that is, I don't even know why I do know why I'm making this video, because I'm trying to make a big deal out of it, but it's not really that big of a deal. Basically, this is the final car, the one car that I was missing the entire time, just so I could have and own every single car in this game. If you don't believe me, have a look at this. Car collection is now at 900 out of 900 cars. I own every single car in this game. And that Alfa was the one that haunted me. The Alfa 8C was the one that I just never got. And the reason why is because it's a really, really rare car. And it was when the Alphas and Fiats, I think, that came out at the time with the updates. So if you're playing this game right now on the PlayStation and you're watching my videos and you're on the PlayStation, you don't know what I'm talking about or how this works. Basically, every time there was a festival playlist, so every month there was a theme of cars. It still is now, and you can obviously see it, that we're in, I don't even know what the series is. It's the 10th anniversary edition of the series, right? That's the update that it's at now. This already happened before. Like, we already had this happen before, right? So we're basically getting recycled these festival playlists because they're done with releasing any brand new content into this game, from what I can tell. And all of these were pretty much, you know, updates that came out, and they came out with a bunch of cars, right? We had cars for basically the whole series, and we had cars for each individual season as well. And in one of the seasons, we had a bunch of Alphas and Fiats. And I went on holiday, or if you're from America, I went on vacation. And at the time, they ended up releasing a bunch of Alphas. I managed to get my hands on pretty much all of the other ones. But this one here escaped. That 1 week with this car, I never actually got a chance to grab this thing at all. I also completely forgot the fact that I have a fan base, and I could have just asked the people from my community to basically try and see if they can snipe one or two of these, and then I'll buy them, like, you know, max money, full price once they got back. And I did that as well, because they ended up releasing other updates pretty much the same as this one. And I've asked my community to do the same thing when I was on holiday again, and they did. They grabbed a couple of cars, like extra cars for me, and I ended up basically paying full price for them, which is perfectly fine. I don't mind paying for them. I just want to get them so I can have them all. And that's pretty much how that happened. I just never ended up getting this one car, the one that escaped. I was missing another one as well at some point, and I don't think I made a video on it, but it was one of the Hoonigan cars, and it was hard to get, but I got really, really lucky, and I sniped it. It was one of these, I can't remember if it was the 9 or the 10 Ford Focus Gymkhana car, and I got it. I just randomly sniped one, and I found it. Oh, sorry. I randomly found one on the auction house, and I sniped it, and I got it, and that was pretty much it. That's how I got it. But this one, every time I looked at the auction house, there was just none up for sale. And yesterday, or a couple of days ago, I ended up basically seeing that, you know, this was going to be the next car that was going to be released for the Horizon Backstage Pass, or there was a choice of this and a couple of other cards, and I was like, oh my god, please, I hope that people vote for this card so I can actually finally get it. And then a lot of people are saying that obviously the other selection is better, so they didn't really want to vote for this. So I was like, ah, damn it, like, what can I really do? And then someone reached out to me in Discord, and they kind of just offered to sell their Alpha to me, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane. I'll literally pay max money for it. I don't care. I'll give you like 100 million credits. I don't care for this thing. But yeah, he just put it up for as much as he possibly could, which is only like a couple $100 grand, and I just bought it off him. So huge shout out to that guy. Very, very, very thankful, because now I have every car in the game. I don't want to do a video on this car. I want to build it, because I never got the chance to play with it. So I like the Alfa 8C. I've always liked the Alfa 8C. It's just such a cool, like, GT car. Basically, sounds unbelievably sick. Very weird, like, cool, like, I guess, kind of basically a one-off thing. I mean, it's not really a one-off, but like, Alpha just don't do stuff like this anymore, of course. You know, you have You have the Julia, and that's kind of it. They don't really have anything else that's like kind of crazy anymore, you know? They don't make like proper GT cars. They don't do anything like that. So this was a very weird time in Alfa's you know, like past, where they ended up doing stuff like this. They don't really make like sports cars or GT cars or anything like this anymore. I wish they had the Disco Volante in this game though, which is kind of based off of this car, except it's even more like cool. But yeah, I like this. I've never seen one of these in real life, but it's very sick. Anyway, let's do a build on it. I'm gonna go ahead and probably slide this thing around. I don't want to change the engine in it. I want to keep it as the V8 that's in it already, and we'll see what we can do to it. See what we can actually slap onto this thing. I'll probably tune it for drifting. I feel like it's just appropriate just to send sideways. As much as I don't really want to put like drift suspension or stuff like that on it, I could just tune this so it's like more of like a street build than anything else, and then just kind of approach it like with that mentality instead. So instead of just turning it into a drift build, what if I just turn it into like kind of like just a regular street build, which isn't really much though, is there? I mean, I just want it to be maybe a little bit lower, even like the wheels and everything like that. I mean, just the build itself, like there's probably not much. Yeah, I was gonna say there's probably not much you can really do to this car necessarily, but this is, like I said, the only time that I really got a chance to have a look and see what's going on with this thing. 450 horsepower as standard, 480 newton meters of torque. So it's not particularly powerful. It's not particularly like fast. We can supercharge it, okay, but it does sound really, really nice, and it's got a beautiful V8 in it. Keeping this thing rear wheel drive, of course. I will upgrade some of the things to maybe like a race clutch or a race transmission, and then same with the diff, because then we can adjust it. Like, I'll make it lighter, and I'll maybe give it a little bit more power. I'll also lower this thing. Race suspension actually doesn't even look too bad. Drift suspension really goes low with this thing, though, if I do end up trying to go that route. Actually, it doesn't look too bad, fully lowered like this. Yeah, it doesn't actually look that bad. Yeah, you know what? Let's go drifting with it. Let's actually do some drifting with this car. I feel like it'll just be fun. Put the snow tires on it as well. I feel like the tires are wide enough as it is. Track width on the front, though, I do want to change because of how cambered it is. Just for that fitment. To look a little bit better. The standard wheels, for whatever reason, we're allowed to change. We could put 22s on it. I think 20s is big enough. The stance to this thing is so much better now as well. It's just the way it's lowered. I don't know if I like the max camera on the front of this thing, but yeah. Is this the same engine and that's in the Maserati? Is this the same engine that's in the Maserati? Whatchamacallit? Gran Turismo? I can't remember if it is or not. But they do sound somewhat similar. Ooh, that sounds fruity. Alright, let's just do stuff to it. You guys have probably seen builds on this car before, but I have not, because I never owned this car. It also has some beautiful paints too, as well. Do I want to supercharge it? I don't want to supercharge it. I want to keep it NA. 669, 1241. It looks good. We'll keep it like this. I don't even want to put like aftermarket wheels on it. I feel like it ruins the styling of this car. There's probably very few wheels I would even consider putting on this thing. Actually, there are a set of wheels that look like Alfa wheels, really. These look like Alfa wheels. Maybe not as much as I think they did. But they definitely look like Alfa wheels, don't they? These ADV ones. Alfa always love to have like their weird, like, kind of circular, like, type wheels going on. And those, I feel like they kind of suit it. Maybe not in gold, but those look very Alfa-ish to me. Am I wrong in saying that? I'm gonna put those on. I think it makes the car look a little bit more interesting. Yeah, I don't know, but they immediately popped into my head, and I was like, oh, maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna put them on. Does gold suit this thing? Do the gold wheels suit it, or do I just go with silver? Let's just have a look. I'll paint them silver, and then we'll see what they look like. Actually, I don't even think they look that bad. I'll get to the tune in a minute as well. I'll adjust all that. Let's see what paints we have available for this thing. weirdly enough, even though these, I guess, yeah, this is a little bit darker in some areas, but the top one just looks better, right? That red. Yellow looks a bit weird. Black looks great. I always thought this had a white color as well for the paint. But nah, this one looks so much better. I think. What's it look like in white? Yeah, I always thought they had a white version of this thing as well. Yeah, I'm wrong, I guess. As for the wheels, I need a silver, right? We can't really have a silver from that, so let's try to scroll down and see if we can find something. This is technically silver, right? Chrome, definitely not, or brushed anything. Yeah, it'll look a bit weird in chrome. I don't know. What's it look like in white? It's not really white though, is it? I think I'm gonna keep these in gold. I think gold is probably a little bit nicer than the brighter color. Oh, this looks so much better, like when it's out and about. Yeah, this looks better. Much, much better like this. I like it. Let me know what you think of the whole design of this thing. With these wheels especially. I think they suit it. I think it's very Alpha-esque to have these type of wheels on this thing. Even in gold. The gold and the red, I think they look good together. Cool. Let's go slide it. Also, don't worry, I did actually adjust my tune. I also put on drift cam. I don't really play around with drift cam that much. Or that often. But because I was playing a bit of Car X Street over the past few days, I think putting drift cam on is actually very familiar. Oh, I'm liking the setup. It definitely doesn't have, like, you know, insane power or anything like that, so I need to be careful. Oh, also, I don't have clutch on. I tried the clutch kick it just there for a second. Like I said, I've been playing a bunch of Car X Street. And that you can have the car basically change gear with clutch or without clutch, and you can still have the clutch enabled. Which I think is a very, very cool thing. I think Forza should definitely do that from now on. Instead of choosing either on or off, just have the button still be there. Just have it so clutch is always there. But when you change gear, oh, see, like right there, it was so sick. Now, before you say, why don't you just drive around with clutch anyway? Because it's a chill game. I don't take this game very seriously. I don't really care about changing gears with a clutch all the time. Like I said, I don't take this game that seriously. If I was to take it seriously, like when you see me racing in like lower end cars and stuff like that, sometimes I have the clutch on because you change gears faster and it actually helps with the time. But again, that is very rare that you'll actually see me slap on the clutch. And it's not that I don't use it, it's just I can't be bothered to use it. See, like here would have been a perfect little area to smack the clutch. Technically, you can still clutch kick it a little bit, even without the clutch. And the only reason why I'm saying that is you can actually just, when you're holding the handbrake and you're sliding, see the way I'm like revving it and the car's not going anywhere? That is because the car technically goes into neutral, or you're basically holding the clutch in when you have your handbrake on. So that kind of helps a little bit. Rip the rear tires loose. But again, that's only when you're pressing the handbrake in. So when you're not pressing the handbrake in, obviously you would have needed a clutch if you were just free rev it like that. This is actually quite nice to drive. It's really smooth. I think the noise is good. It's satisfying enough. It's not particularly amazing or over the top or anything like that, but it's a good sounding car. Even though I adjusted my tune, I don't know how I feel about these gear ratios that I have selected for myself. They're not too bad. I think I can just use fourth for most of the corners, if not all of them. But I did kind of just, you know, slap a bit of a basic setup on it, just so I know I can keep it going sideways forever. And then the gear ratios are the only thing that I'm never like really sure about, because especially when you don't drive a car, or if I've never driven this thing, for example, obviously, just slap a bit of a setup in. I just kind of look at the graph instead of just the numbers when I'm doing the transmission changes. So at that point, it's just kind of going by what I can see and what the top speed that I see. And it's usually whatever amount of power that I have, I kind of just try to work around that when I build my transmission setup. I don't go gear by gear, I just kind of adjust the final drive. Very rarely I'll go and I'll select each gear. It all depends on the car, really, but a lot of the time I just kind of adjust my final drive and then I just leave it like that. Especially when I do like simple builds like this, where it's just like for a bit of fun, you know? It's not like competitive or anything like that. I don't try that hard. It's just enough for it to be satisfactory when I'm driving and actually be feeling like, you know, like I have control over the car and it feeling familiar. This is actually a very, 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 very good car to slide, by the way. It's really smooth. It's really easy to control. You can hold big angle with it. I think adding a supercharger on it would probably be a little bit of a better idea. Having that extra little bit of power. Because like for some of the corners I can, it'll squeeze me out of like some sticky situations, really. And help me push my car out a bit further. But overall, super, super easy to slide. Very, very easy to control. Only about 600 odd horsepower. Almost 700, right? It's like 680 or 660 or whatever it was. But sometimes you just don't need more. Again, this wasn't built initially to be a drift car, but it is front engine, it is real drive, like it has the recipe to be a really, really good handling car anyway. You know, like a fun handling car. That's why I definitely wanted to slide this thing. This is nice. It's got the old interiors as well, where it has like the little dials that are pointed towards the driver, the 3 little dials. A lot of the interior of this thing just reminds me of, like, my friend used to own an Alfa 159, and the interior of this is very similar. A lot of the stuff is the same, like the little dials in the middle, and even like just the dials in front, and like the whole setup. The steering wheel I think is the same as well as the 159. Yeah, well, Alfa know how to make some beautiful cars, even though they're not always the most reliable things in the world, but they're definitely good looking. And this one in this game, since we don't really have to care about reliability, it's pretty damn good. Well, that's pretty much it for me. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments below. And of course, like it if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and this is the first video that you've seen from me, and maybe you're enjoying these type of content. These type of content? I was gonna say these type of videos, but this type of content makes sense. If you're enjoying it, then yeah, drop a little sub. Helps a lot. Alright, that was it. The unicorn car. That was the Alfa 8C for me. I finally got it. It's in my possession. And it feels like I've completed like a big thing with this game. Like it's just a big step. It's like when I completed all of the achievements for the game. But the thing is though, with the achievements, I kind of just didn't really care. Like, they weren't really that much of a challenge or anything like that. Like, I just didn't really care for them. But this was like finding that last thing, like having the very final thing to complete something, you know? And that's what this car was to me. So, that's it. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course subscribe. And again, I think I've done the outro already, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day.